down there.
Doherty to remain level, which he makes. That's bold and brave, it really is. Might be good enough.
His day ends on a sour note.
So it's not to be for Dean Snee. Deary me. Ray to remain level and make the playoff, stretch one hole at least. Oh, and it just about grabs the ball.
He's the sand master of the Trilby Tour.
He surely is. That was a wonderful up and down, so it means that Ray and Doherty will go back to that 18th tee, play it again. Oh, the joys. So the first time they played the 18th in the playoff, it was another bunker shot coming up for Dan Ray, because that's where his tee shot finished. He knows that shot very well. And for Jed Doherty, same story, left to right breeze on the fade, and pretty much the same spot. So the question asked was, who could get up and down? Could it be the Bunkermeister?
Not this time.
So this, after the escape from Jed Doherty, was for the championship. He misses. And it wasn't up and down the second time round for Dan Ray, so they go back to 18 again, having halved in bogey fours.
You can see why Dan was smiling going back to the tee. He's been given a second life. Starts that at the right again. Don't tell me he's found the bunker again. Now this time wide of it. A lot depends on what kind of lie finds there.
Now, which one does Jed hit here? The one he hit the first time or the second time? Full tilt. It's trying to cut back.
Chasing its way up the hill. It's doing its very best. Might be able to get the putter on that.
Lob shot for Dan Ray. Over the bunker. Oh, he's gone for it. A little too much ball on the face of the club, and that's in the sand again.
It's feeling like Lawrence of Arabia this afternoon.
Putter, good choice from here?
I think so, given where his opponent is. Keep it on the ground. Don't think he would have wanted it on that side of the hole, mind you.
Well, at least he's hit the green. He will have a putt for a par, and maybe, potentially, the World Championship.
From way down deep, can he find another one of these magical escapes?
He'll be giving Trilby Tour bunker lessons, Dan Ray. It was a marvellous effort, but he has played 3 shots. Best he can do is a bogey 4.
For the second time, a chance for the championship.
Down the hill, it was a cagey one, it was quick, he couldn't be aggressive. And that's still running on and on and on, look at it go.
Another opportunity for Ray.
And his luck runs out. Best he can do now is a double bogey 5, if this goes in. And it hasn't, and he's really handed it on a plate. Loss of concentration, a loss of focus, and that's 103 shots in that final hole for Dan Ray. Gutted, absolutely gutted. And it's quite simple now.
What a sad way to finish.
Jed Doherty to become world champion. And what a way to finish for the former fighter pilot, a fantastic win. And he is this year's 2014 Trilby Tour World Champion. What a feeling. Well, that caps off another wonderful season on the Trilby Tour, and my special thanks go to Ewan Murray for joining me in the final.
Thanks, Rob, I enjoyed it.
There's the walk of a champion, a world champion, Jed Doherty. Gets his hand on the trophy from last year's winner, Seb Carmichael Brown. Handshake from William Hunt, that's always something to treasure, and that's what it means to him. Look at the smile, look at the elation. It doesn't get better than that.
Beyond belief, really. So it was a fantastic day, and we made hard work of the playoff, but still can't believe that I didn't even dream of picking this up. It was just wanted to come along and play as well as I could, and with a bit of luck and a lot of help from the caddy, we managed to be going home with a trophy.
Huge congratulations to Jed and to Craig Phillips, who gets our Shot of the Day award for this fine effort from the fringe on the 13th. Now, even the best players can be rogues in our gallery, and we start with outgoing world champion Seb Carmichael Brown out of position on the 8th and heading out of contention. Here's another former world champion, James Vos, on the 15th. James flew all the way from Dubai just to play in the final, and it looks like his ball is trying to beat him back there. Oops. When you're coming up the 18th with the cameras on you and your friends and family following, the last thing you want to do is mess up your approach. Isn't it, Ian Pugh? Stephen Morgan on the 18th with the mother of all horseshoes. 180! Paul Lewis bunkered on the 11th. His first attempt to leave left us in no doubt as to where his ball landed. As for his second, well, no one knows where that ended up. They're still looking, I believe. Here's young John Paul Fanning on the 5th, taking it just a few yards at a time. Sensible approach, John Paul. Nathan Bolton on the 7th only needs to loft one over this tree. Or skim one under it, whatever. I've given up trying to guess. A picturesque shot of the island green on the 17th is an absolutely lovely way to watch Carl Thorne bounce back into the lake. Craig Blackford actually made a great start to his round until the 5th, when this happened. And finally, Sprouston Manor's Ross Anthony prepares to give up and go home on the 15th. What a way to finish a season. Let's have a final word after the final from William.
Well, the playoff, I mean, that wasn't the greatest golf we've ever seen on the Trilby Tour playoff, which is as intense as it ever gets. Jed, who won today, he had I think 2'6". He had 2 shots for it, and he says, I was thinking about taking them. He said I was shaking like a leaf. I was so nervous. I mean, poor Dan Ray, he's a good golfer, 5 handicap golfer, and powerful lad, and he just, he said I had to go for the shot, and he tried it. And we're amateurs, and our technique fails us when that real pressure's on. There was 300 people watching him around that, that chip shot, and it just got to him, didn't it? That's what the Trilby Tour's about. It forces you, and it makes you play shots that you could play with your friends, but you can't play it with that kind of pressure on the cameras.
We may have had the final, but there's still plenty left to come in this series, folks. In a fortnight, we have our Rogues Gallery special, and next week we return to the Nottinghamshire for the pairs competition, the Trilby Twos. We'll see you then.
And you play for Ipswich, so you're never going to win anything there, so it must be nice to win something.
Oh yeah, make sure you don't go. Yeah, make sure you don't take a trip to Suffolk. There'll be a few people after you.
William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour, the perfect gentleman's playground.